There's almost no day that is more exciting than Embarkation Day. And whether you're a first-time cruiser or an experienced cruiser, we all have the same things that we must do on that very first day of our cruise. Knowing the do's and don'ts for Embarkation Day can make or break your cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. The day has finally come. It is Embarkation Day and you are ready. But there are some important do's and don'ts that you'll want to be aware of. Now I'm going to do this video a little bit rapid fire style. You can take notes or you can just watch and enjoy and get excited for your cruise. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Starting with the do's. Number one, make sure that you arrive early on Embarkation Day. Now, you do want to pay attention to your check-in time, so arrive within that window. But what you do want to do is make sure that you've allowed extra time to get to the cruise port of call. There can be traffic. You might need to think about parking. That can add an additional half an hour. You may need to think about luggage drop-off or even getting an Uber, a cab, or a shuttle. Do label your luggage. Now, a mistake that some people make is they forget to print out their luggage tags. Now, you want to make sure that you do that. However, keep in mind they are going to be paper. So what a lot of people do, and I definitely suggest, is print out your paper luggage tags, but buy yourself a little investment of these clear plastic luggage tag holders. This way you can put your luggage tags in here. You can get them all ready to be adhered to your luggage, and this way your luggage tags are protected from the rain or from falling off. By the way, these luggage tags are available on Amazon and they're available for most cruise lines, so I am going to leave the specific ones that you will need linked down below in the description of this video. Do pack a carry-on bag. Now, you want to make sure you have your necessities for the first day of your cruise. It is going to take a few hours before your main luggage is delivered. Now, some things that you'll want to make sure are packed in your carry-on bag include your medication, include any valuables, include your money, your documents, and of course your passport or ID. And something else to think about is pack a swimsuit and flip-flops if you think that you might enjoy the pool on the first day. Now, what I like to do is to add a change of clothes for the evening as well. Do explore the cruise ship. You're going to walk on that cruise ship and it is going to be magnificent. But you want to take a little bit of time on that first day to do a little bit of a ship tour. Check out some of the areas from the lounges to the main dining room to the specialty restaurants and more. Do book your shore excursions early. Now, ideally, you'll have booked your shore excursions before you get onto that cruise ship. You could do that online on your cruise planner, or maybe you have some questions and you think you might want to make a change, then do that ASAP on the first day of your cruise. Do reserve for any shows if required. Now, this is not going to be necessary on all cruise ships, but if you are on one of those larger mega cruise ships, this is going to be the process. So make sure you do this so that you don't miss out. Do make and finalize any dining reservations. Now, in particular, if you are considering going to any specialty restaurants, try to reserve these on Embarkation Day, or if you've reserved them in advance, you can actually go over to the maitre d' and see if you can make any adjustments. Do drop off your carry-on luggage once your cabin is ready. Now, you can drop off your carry-on luggage, but I'd go a step further. If you've brought a change of clothes for the evening, take a moment and hang that up. And don't forget to put away any valuables as well into the safe. Do explore your Embarkation Day lunch options. Now, while the buffet is always going to be open on Embarkation Day, there are a lot of alternative venues that might be available. So from a cafe to the main dining room to a poolside grill, check out the other options that are going to be less busy. Do introduce yourself to your cabin attendant when you see him at the cabin and ask for any special requests that you may have. This can include everything from asking for extra hangers to asking for your ice bucket to be filled daily. Do download your cruise line's app. Now, you don't want to do this actually once you're on the cruise ship. You do want to do this before you get on board, and ideally do this from your hotel while you have Wi-Fi, or even better, from at home. Now, on your cruise line app, which is free, by the way, but you're going to have your list of activities. You're going to have the opening hours of the restaurants and some of the different venues. So you really do want to have this. You may have messaging or chat that is part of the app, and you may even have your shore excursion tickets there. So it is quite important. Grab a drink. Now, this list does not need to be in this order, but at some point on embarkation day, take a few minutes to relax, have a drink, toast to the cruise ahead, and just celebrate the fact that you're on this amazing vacation. Register the kids in the kids club and go and visit during the open house hours. Now, even if you've registered the kids in advance, it is a really good idea to take a little visit around the kids club, meet the counselors or the animators. Your children may even meet some of the other children that are going to be there as well. Do take advantage of any welcome aboard offers. Oftentimes on the first day of your cruise, they are going to have some special offers. This can be discounts on the spa packages. This can be discounts on specialty dining or specialty bundles, or even on some extra add-ons that are still available on the first day of your cruise. Do attend the sailaway party. Now, there are definitely many different ways that you can enjoy sailaway, but going to the sailaway party, participating in the music and the dancing and that really fun atmosphere is definitely a great way to start your cruise. All right, we got through the do's. Now for the don'ts of embarkation day. Don't fly in the same day as your cruise. Now, I think that this is the absolute biggest mistake that people make on the first day of their cruise. If your plane is delayed, well, there is a good chance that you can miss your cruise ship. Unfortunately, it will not wait for you if you are late, and that definitely has the potential to ruin a cruise. Don't overpack what you're going to bring with you on embarkation day. Now, in particular, what I'm talking about is don't bring too much carry-on luggage. I know sometimes people ask, can I bring all of my luggage on board? You don't want to do that because oftentimes you are going to have to lug that luggage around once you get onto the cruise ship for at least some amount of time. Don't forget to tip the porters. Now, when you give your checked luggage to the porters, that is going to go on carts and then is going to be sent over to the cruise ship. It is customary to leave a tip. Now, that amount can vary. Most people said that they like to give between $2 and $5 per bag. Now, don't forget to charge your phone. Now, you might be using your phone a lot on embarkation day for photos, for videos, for going on the app. So you want to make sure your phone is fully charged and consider bringing a portable charger. Don't pack any prohibited items. Now, it's a good idea to get familiar with some of the things that you're not allowed to pack for your cruise. You don't want to put them in your carry-on luggage or your checked baggage. Now, while most of the time it's not going to result in you being denied boarding, it can definitely delay you getting on board the ship, or items can be taken out of your luggage and that can delay the luggage being delivered to you. Don't neglect going to the safety drill. Now, when you're on a cruise on the first day, you are going to have a safety check-in or a muster drill. Now, these days, it really is easy. It takes probably about 15 minutes. What you'll need to do is watch a safety video from your phone or your stateroom TV, and you'll also have to do a check-in at your muster station. Now, this is something mandatory that everybody needs to do before the ship sails away, so don't sleep on this because otherwise you can even be called. Don't leave your valuables in your checked luggage. Now, this goes for planes, this goes for cruises. You always want to make sure that your jewelry, your electronics, anything that is valuable to you, that is in your carry-on bag or your personal item. Don't forget to put your cell phone in airplane mode before sail away. Not doing so can result in having really large bills from your cell phone provider. Now, if you're wondering how to use Wi-Fi on a cruise ship if you're in airplane mode, there is actually a pretty easy way. You'll put your phone in airplane mode and the cruise ship will have login instructions. Don't expect to go to your cabin right away. Now, similarly to when you check in at a hotel, oftentimes you're allowed to check in at the hotel, but sometimes it might be a little while for your hotel room to be ready. Well, it's the same thing on a cruise ship, so you can get on with your carry-on bag, but it might be an hour or a little bit more before your cabin is ready. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There's a lot of things that you may not know, whether it's your first cruise or maybe even your first cruise on a different cruise line or cruise ship. So ask the crew. That's what they're there for, and they usually are going to be very helpful. But ask the other cruise passengers as well. You'll probably be surprised at how helpful and friendly people are. Don't skip lunch. Now, a mistake that some people make is they have their drink or more. They explore the ship, they do all of the things, but then when they finally sort of settle down around 3 or 4, they find out that very little is open in terms of food. Now, you're always going to have something that you can eat, but keep in mind that the main dining room or even the buffet may have shut down from that lunch menu and they are getting ready for the dinner hour. Don't go to guest services unless absolutely necessary. Now, of course, go to guest services if you really need to, but otherwise try to avoid guest services for the first few hours or even the first day of your cruise. Now, I do have a little bit of a tip. If you go to guest services during the dinner hour, so to speak, oftentimes it is going to be quieter during that time, or late night or early morning. Don't forget to stay hydrated. So perhaps you drank a lot or it's just a really hot day. So take a look for where the water stations are on the cruise ship. And as well, remember that you can get a drink of water at any of the bars. Don't assume that welcome drinks are free. Now, this actually happened to my husband and I on our first cruise. We were handed, I think, pina coladas. We said, "Oh, thank you." And then we were handed a little paper to sign, and I think it was $12 each or something like that. Now, not the end of the world, but something to know. Don't forget to stop in at the fitness center. Now, you want to check out what the fitness center has to offer in terms of equipment, but as well, check out what are some of the complimentary classes or free classes that you might have available on your cruise. Don't overindulge on embarkation day. Now, especially if you have the drink package, please let me know, by the way, if this has ever happened to you. But it's not really uncommon for people to really make the most of the first few hours of their cruise, but then really crash by the time dinner time happens. And some people say it's actually affected them into the next day and beyond. Now, please let me know your own do's and don'ts for embarkation day. Maybe I have missed some or you've done some of these things. Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.